In the second of this series, I want to highlight the importance of a great book. I'm a book nut. I read books all the time about everything under the sun. But what if there was one great book that would give us answers and pose great questions and guide us in how to do daily life and how to make love work in our life? What if this book also told us what happens after this mortal life ends? And best of all, what if this book showed us a pathway to total freedom in every way? Freedom. Don't we all want freedom? Well, I think if that book existed, it would be a bestseller for sure. Who wouldn't want that book? And the beautiful news is that book already exists. It's called the Bible. And it's been around for centuries. It's been available for centuries. It's the best-selling book in history. It's the best-selling book year after year. It sells so many books each year that no bestseller book list even lists it. It doesn't make any sense to list it. What kind of a book has that sort of staying power? Well, Scripture does. And I strongly recommend, if you don't have one, get yourself a Bible. If you have one, read it. Dig in and read it. And why? Why is that? Well, God himself tells us how important this book is, and he speaks about it through those he's commissioned to write parts of the book. And in the New Testament, we read things from Paul. For example, in the book of Philippians, it's in Timothy. And Timothy, 1st and 2nd Timothy, are designed to be encouragements and training for young Timothy, who is a pastor in training. Here's what is said. All Scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. What does that mean? Well, God is speaking directly to us through the Scriptures and through the verses in the Bible. The New Testament certainly was all letters that later in history was broken into chapters and then into verses. And it's a way that we can read and internalize what's being said. We can learn from this great book what's needed to correct. And I think for me, it means to correct my own life. When I'm off track, when I fall into sin, when I lose my way, I can use Scriptures to correct my own life. We learn what is needed to be right with God himself. We call it righteousness, being made right with God. In this book is the incredible history of God's people. And we learn that Jesus died for us while we were yet sinners. Isn't that a beautiful thing? We can't earn his salvation. We just open our hearts and do something that's often counterintuitive. We receive the gift of salvation by acknowledging him, and not only acknowledging him, by inviting him to live within us, asking to be forgiven of sins, and he said it's done. There's the ultimate freedom that's promised in Scripture. So I encourage you, if you're reading, keep reading, never stop reading. If you're not yet reading, we have a reading plan for you, and you can talk to anybody at Shoreline, anybody on staff, and say, how would I read more and what would it look like? And we'd be glad to share it with you. So that's the importance of a great book.